So we've enticed you back, Eamonn. We
Chris,
have enticed you back.
This is a
showroom.
beaut. This is lovely. This one, absolutely tremendous.
Well, as nice as it is,
yeah.
DBS Superleggero Casino Royale, this isn't the car I had in mind for you today.
Oh.
Come on, we'll go and have a look at what we've got in mind for you.
Another Range Rover?
Could be.
Okay,
Could
let's
be.
have a look. Chris, this is really smooth. So this is a hybrid.
That's right.
People may be looking at this and thinking, why isn't he driving? But the thing is that I am driven everywhere. It's the right thing for me because I can study, I can make phone calls, I can send emails. My car becomes my office, really.
Yeah.
And so this is the important seat for me. I already have the Range Rover Vogue, the previous model to this, and this feels very familiar, though you can see that it's different, that it's better, that it has evolved.
Yeah, it has evolved. It's a lot smoother than the last model. It's got rear wheel steer as well, which makes a big difference.
What is rear wheel steer?
Well, rear wheel steer means that you basically have got more control of the car in a turning circle. So instead of a three-point turn, you can get round, and we'll probably have a look at that as we go along. But it's certainly, you know, with Range Rovers and parking them, it's made a big difference.
The good thing about you guys and what you do at Baytree is that you're on the phone to me, you make me aware there is something else available, and having that relationship where you guys talk me through the finance of it as well.
Yep.
It's really good. It's I would call it bespoke. It's like I have a tailor who just makes suits for me, and I don't have to go to the, you know, to M&S or Topshop or whatever and pick something off the hanger that will be too long on the sleeves or tight in the waist or whatever. He just knows how to do it. He does it right. And cars with you are a bit like that.
Yeah, definitely. For sure. I mean, that's the whole reason I set Baytree up, really, in the first place, because I wanted to offer customers that concierge service, if you like, and build long-term relationships with my clients, which we do at Baytree.
And as I have evolved and life's changed for me, you've changed with me, because I started out with a Bentley GT Speed, which was absolutely wonderful, and then we went to a convertible version of that, which was even better. And then I hurt my back and I had to then think of something different, and that's where the Vogue came into it, and the Vogue then became like me being ferried about. And I appreciate that personal touch whereby you know what's happening to me, and you're saying, but we can cater for that car-wise.
Yes, exactly. I knew the Range Rover was the right car for you to go into when you had your back problems. I instantly knew that was the most comfortable car that would do a job for you.
So I know you worked for BMW and you were in the trade generally, but then what made you, or what gave you the incentive to set up Baytree?
Well, I'd worked in the dealer network for Land Rover, Porsche, started at Toyota, and I started to get a bit disillusioned about customers and looking after customers. Always tick box exercises with PLCs and manufacturers. So that gave me the idea of setting a sort of concierge service up with Baytree. Start trading some cars from the house, which I did. So all of a sudden I'd gone from this big corporate role to wearing a pair of jeans and a hoodie, working from home, approaching dealerships to trade me cars, and I did that for a year or so. I got a little office in Derby, and then I built a little team around me, and then we moved to Donington Park. So we spent a few years there, and then the place at Burnden House came up, and then we've grown the business massively. I mean, we won the fastest growing business in the UK 2021. Premium car dealer of the year last year with Motor Trader. But fundamentally what I wanted to do is offer people the right car at the right price and look after them on their part exchange.
Well, I think the thing that really irritates me, and I think I could speak on behalf of a lot of customers here, you read the trade magazines, you read the newspaper reports, whatever, and you want to come into a showroom where someone can say to you, yeah, this is it, this is that very one, and this is what's different about this than the previous model. But to be somewhere where someone is just simply just getting a seal, they're getting a seal before Friday afternoon or whatever, and that's it. No, that's not what I want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Something a bit more personable.
Definitely.
And that's what we offer at Baytree. And all my staff that I take on now, they're either homegrown talent, i.e. they don't know anything about the main dealers and I've taught them, or I've taken on my sales manager that's just come from Greypool, which is a Ferrari Maserati dealership. I've got another guy that's come from Lamborghini, Bentley. I've got a girl that works for me that's just started. She's come from Ferrari. So there's a host of experience there, and I think you need that at this level because it's a very niche market.
Yeah.
And everyone that works for me is very passionate. We've got a really good following. We have some really good reviews. You know, and I love what I do. I'm a very personable person. I worked in.
Who told you that?
Well, my wife.
But Chris, it's one thing buying a car,
Yep.
spending loads and loads of money. Everybody wants to know you. Everybody wants to be your friend then.
Yeah.
But what about when it comes to selling the car? You know, that's a different kettle of fish.
That's a different kettle of fish, and that's one thing at Baytree that I really focus on. A good exit strategy with the car. So
that you can exit without losing too much.
Yeah.
Or would you advise on exiting at the right time?
Exactly the right time. So four-wheel drive products, obviously a good time to exit is during that season. I often get customers phone me up with Ferrari, Lamborghini, supercars. When's the best time to sell it, Chris? What's happening in the market, Chris? I have millions of those phone calls every week. And what we offer at Baytree, it's called SOR, sale or return.
Yeah.
So I've bought a Ferrari, it's £500,000.
Right.
You've been to a dealer, they've bid you £400,000.
Right,
You
right.
think, oh my God, I've only had the car 10 months.
Yeah.
I need to get out of that
Yeah,
car.
yeah.
We might offer you a price to buy it, which I will do anyway, but I'll also offer you something called a consignment sale. So we put the car, we market the car for you, and we sell the car on your behalf and get you a lot more. And I'm telling you now, I've saved certain customers over the years, I would say in the millions almost, about what I've saved them.
So you take the customer out of it and you say, I'll do the heavy lifting for you on this.
Yeah.
And I should be able to return you more than you would have got if you did it yourself.
Exactly. But the benefit is that we're not carrying as much stock. The customer's getting a better return than a main dealer would offer him. And also the customer that's buying the car's getting a good price because they're all priced well as well.
But the car market's a funny old place at the moment, isn't it? I would say at the moment, I think sort of probably before, during and after COVID.
You know, the car market was always a consistent market, if you like. What happened with COVID is that it just completely, almost eradicated the production of new cars. So then the used car prices shot up massively. But I would say during the last 12 months, those prices have slowly come down again and realigned. And I think looking at it now, January is probably where they're going to peak off now, and then we're going to get to some consistency again.
So good news if you are buying, but obviously not such good news if you're selling.
My business is trading in a marketplace. That's what we do, isn't it? You know, we're car traders, so whatever the market is, we're trading in that market. So we're buying cars for less money that we were paying a year ago, obviously. So, but we've had customers come back with big lumps of money when they said, I bought this car a year, 2 years ago, and gosh, it's now worth a lot less than I thought.
Yeah.
So it is realigning, and it has realigned, and we're buying at today's new prices really, and selling it to today's new prices.
How many cars do you need to keep in your showroom?
So we try and keep a rolling 100 cars, but that's really hard to keep. So
That's a lot of money.
oh, yeah, we could have up to £8 million worth of cars in at any one time.
Wow.
So it's a lot of cars in, and replacing those cars to get good, really nice cars is hard work. So and we've got a database of about thousands and thousands and thousands of customers that are repeat customers. So we tend to get our cars from our database, but we're always looking at buying the right car.
So does that mean you're phoning people up and saying, are you thinking of selling?
Every day.
What sort of pressure is that? What sort of pressure is it to keep your stocks at a certain level, knowing that you're going to be in profitability, knowing that you've got to turn that over?
Yeah, it is. It is. You tend to find in the car industry that people work to a stock turn of so many days. So Normal average is around about 60 days. So if a car's not sold in 60 days, you tend to find we need to reduce it because it's not selling at that price.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that car? Has it got the right spec? All the rest of it. Market conditions is a big one as well. So it's turning your investment over all the time, and that comes with a lot of pressure, but also you learn it over. I've been in the industry for 30 years, so you learn all that as you go along.
Anthems in the car. What about Simple Minds?
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
you forget about me. Nancy Sinatra, these boots are made for walking, and that's just what I'll do. And one of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over.
A bit like carpool, this is, isn't it?